Hello, it's 8:30. Welcome to the weather update. It's October 18th, 2020, and a lot more clouds around today. We did have a little blue sky in between the clouds, but a good deal of clouds around today, not like yesterday where we had a nice clear day. So let's take a look at what we got going on. You can see on the satellite we've been having this cirrus on and off here. Cirrus, some cumulus around, and we're going to go and look at the wider view here. Um, Actually, I want to show the Atlantic coast. Let's do this one because it's going to kind of pertain to the weather forecast. So you can see we have an area of disturbed weather off the Bahamas here. And if we go a little further out, you will see that there is also, I'll use the MODIS for this one. So you will also see you have this area of disturbed weather here, and then you have this area of disturbed weather over here. That is forecast to possibly become something. So we're going to go to the Hurricane Center, and this is what they're watching here. This disturbance. This will become Epsilon, I believe. I think we only have two more Greek names, I think, and that's it. Once we reach Zeta, I think that's it. We break the record. Well, I mean, we probably will. So this is the disturbance right here. They don't have any They don't really have a whole lot of statements on it, but this is where it is right there. This is showers and thunderstorms associated with a large non-tropical low-pressure system located about 700 miles southeast of Bermuda remain poorly organized and displaced mainly to the east of the low-level center. Environmental forecasts are only forecast to be marginally conducive for development along the next day or so. Although a subtropical tropical depression could still develop during that time, upper level winds are expected to become more favorable for tropical cyclone formation to occur by late Tuesday and Wednesday, while the low meanders well to the southeast of Bermuda. And then they have this other area, a broad area of low pressure could form over the southwestern Caribbean Sea. Some gradual development of the system is possible later this week, while it moves only slowly northwestward or north-northwestward over the western Caribbean Sea, and they only have chances of formation being low. But we've seen what happens before with that. Getting to our weather here, 56 degrees is what it is. It's a cool night. Well, it's 56 in Central Park, but it's cooler than that here, I think. Well, no, it's 56 in Farmingdale, too. Today was a little warmer, so you'll see here that to get up to 64 today, we had plenty of clouds around. And if we go and we look at some of the other areas, let's see what the lows were this morning. That's what I want to look at. So I guess let's see if they have the lows. Let's see if the Weather Service released a list of the lows. If they didn't, then we'll have to go into our viewer here and look. All right, yeah, here we go. And we can't view it. Something went wrong, apparently. Well, that's nice. So we'll do it this way. I'll have to read them off to you. I don't know why the damn thing won't load. Let's try it again. Come on. There we go. I don't know. Twitter's been having issues lately. I noticed I've been getting that something went wrong error. So here are the lows for October 18th. This was put together by the Weather Service, so you can get an idea. Islip got down to 39. Obviously, the city held on to the heat because they're in the urban heat island. They were in the 40s. And Farmingdale dropped to 40. Montauk dropped to 39. Meriden dropped to 31. Danbury 31. Meriden dropped down to 34. Danbury was 31. Montgomery, that's the coldest temperature. That's somewhere upstate, I believe, 28. New Haven 37. Shirley 36. West Hampton 31. So yeah, it got down pretty chilly in West Hampton. And we're gonna look at some of the other lows. I'm sure Mount Holly didn't put anything together for that. Of course, they probably didn't. As far as the lows, Mount Holly usually doesn't put anything together. So right now, Toms River, it's 53. Let's see what Toms River got up to. 65. Last night, Toms River actually managed to be a degree colder than West Hampton at the airport there. West of Toms River got down to 30 degrees. So yeah, that's impressive, right? It gets cold there at night in Toms River. It does cool down at night there. It does cool down, although it's warm during the day. It cools down at night. We have, you notice the little light echoes on the radar. If we go and we look at the regional radar here, let's use this one here. you see there's some very light. This is all going to go to our north, all this precipitation, so we're not going to have to worry about that at all, which is the good news on that. So let's go look at our models and see what's going to be happening. And again, we're going to have to keep our eyes on the tropics. So I'm going to actually change this view to the North American view so you can get an idea of a wider view of what's going to be happening across the area. And we'll start with the upper air. And you will see again that there's a trough in the Midwest, but we have a ridge in the east, so that means above normal temperatures for us. And that's going to continue. There's that low that's going to become more favorable for development. There it is, right there. Looks like it might come close to Bermuda, and it just sits there and meanders, and then finally moves off to the north and the east. This could definitely become a tropical storm, maybe even a hurricane. As far as the other area of disturbed weather, I don't see anything happening with that, but that doesn't mean nothing will happen. We all know that the models sometimes can underestimate things. Well, and we'll have to look at the surface too. But you can clearly see we're in a ridge, westerly flow here, and that continues. No real cold air for us. We'll have to wait until maybe the end of the month, like Halloween, before we get some cold air. We're going to be above normal, it looks like, at least for the next week or so. Looking at this upper air pattern, it doesn't really favor any really cold air for us, unfortunately. Let's go to the European model and see similar idea here. Similar idea. The Euro is a little more amplified, though. You can see that with the trough there. It has a very amplified trough so that would be our next chance for cold air. There is an agreement, obviously, that there's going to be a much bigger trough toward the end of the month, but it's still a ways off, so we're still going to have to suffer through these above normal temperatures once again, if you haven't had enough of them already. So let's go to the surface, and I'm going to keep using this North American view so you can have an idea of what's happening here. So you will see here, there is that low right there. We got this, going to be stuck in this junky southwesterly flow. And you can see that low kind of tracks westward, and then it kind of just sits around there, and then finally moves off to the north and east on Sunday, on the weekend. Finally moves away. As far as that other low that's down here, it doesn't look like the GFS is really developing anything out of that. But what's weird is, as we get toward Halloween, it does develop something along a stall front, whether that would just be a coastal storm or a possible tropical system. Who knows? Who knows? A lot can change between now and then. Because I was looking at another run earlier today, and it had this developing into something. If we go and we look at the, I think it was the 12Z. We'll see. It's one of these runs. I don't know if it was the 12Z. It had something forming. It was not the 12Z. I think it was the 0Z. We have to go back a ways here. Yeah, that's the one that had a little something forming. Yep, that's the run right there that had something forming, and then riding up the east coast there along the front. But that's not on there anymore. But things can change. So there's a lot. The tropics are starting to get active again. So they're still not done yet. And like I said, this has been one hell of a season, and it's going to continue to be one hell of a season. So let's go take a closer look at the northeast view of our area, and really not a whole lot of precipitation to come by as we go into this week. You'll see most of the precipitation kind of just stays to the north and the west. We're in the southwest flow with the ridge. The fronts don't really approach us or pass through. And the next front would again be that Saturday night that might bring us a little bit of a cool down. But we would have to wait until that deep trough comes. That would be our next big chance of rain with the next strong cold front, which is a ways away. So let's start with the temperatures, because things are going to be getting warmer. And things are going to be warming up. So after this will be like the last night. I think we'll get down to around 50. I'll be upper 40s. Then tomorrow we're up into the mid to upper 60s, maybe 70, especially in New Jersey. And then for Tuesday, it really starts warming up, low to mid 70s. Yeah, you never know, maybe 80 in Jersey somewhere. And then the same thing on Wednesday. So well above normal, 10 degrees plus above normal. Oh, yeah, look at Thursday. Yeah, 80 degrees. So there you go. Very, very unusual. Very much above normal. Now we're approaching 15 to 20 degrees above normal for Thursday. So it's pretty much a I think, certainty that October is going to wind up being above normal as far as temperatures go. And it cools down a little bit on Friday, but we have to, and then another warm one on Saturday, and then finally we start seeing the cooler air come in on Sunday. But man, yeah, we're going to be warm this week, that's for sure. It's not the kind of weather you're supposed to have in October at all whatsoever. And that warmth will be also, and that's because you see that ridge in the east when you looked at the upper air, southwesterly flow, that's what you're going to get. Humidity probably stays low tomorrow, but you're going to start feeling it a little more on Tuesday as dew points approach the 60s, and they're going to stay there until Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then we have to wait for this front to come through and finally get this crap out of here for Sunday, and we get the humidity down to where it's supposed to be. The dew points in the 30s and 20s. Yeah, it's ridiculous how warm it's been. But again, this is what it is. We're in a warmer world now because of climate change. So we're going to look at the skies. And with that warm southwesterly flow, you're also going to be dealing with plenty of clouds tomorrow. Plenty of clouds Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, maybe a little less clouds, but probably cirrus around. But the other days will be thicker clouds that would probably wind up blocking the sun. Friday, Saturday, oddly enough, doesn't have that many clouds or rust. This front comes through, and then hopefully we can clear it out on Sunday. But yeah, we're kind of in a crap. We're going to be in a crap pattern for a while, I'm afraid. We're going to have to wait a while for this to move on out of here, unfortunately. Let's look at the NAM. I mean, it was looking like we were going to get a nice trough in the east, and then always falls apart. It's very annoying. I'm sick of sick of having my heart broken. It's like being a Met fan. You get your hopes up, and then. But here is NAM, and yeah, plenty of clouds tomorrow. It's going to be a lot of clouds around Tuesday too. There'll be some sun, but a lot of high clouds. A real junky look to the sky, and I'm not really going to see any nice clear skies until possibly the weekend. So possibly, I mean, shouldn't be like this at all. But again, this is what it is when you got this trough in the Midwest and the ridge in the east. This is what you're going to be dealing with because the upper air pattern sucks. And you can see here. You could also see that hopefully we don't deal with any of this smoke, but there's some big fires in Colorado. I think they have a record amount of fires in Colorado. I can't really see it on here, but again, it's just another sign of the chaos that we are undergoing with our planet. Yeah, that looks like smoke. Yeah, so I think we did have a little smoke over our area for a little bit today. So yeah, there you go. So this is what you're dealing with in a warmer world, folks. That is going to wrap up this weather update. Again, it's going to be a crappy, junky week. It's going to be above normal. Hope you enjoyed the taste of fall this weekend, because we're going to be waiting a while before it comes back again. Unless you want to head to Canada or the upper Midwest. But here we're kind of going to be in the heat, unfortunately, once again. So thank you for watching, and take care. It's not that one.